So is anybody else's mental health shot to the point where they can't tell if they're doing better or worse at this point? Hello everyone. You know what, actually it don't look too bad from the front. Late last night, I decided to try to give myself a fade for the first time. I slipped at one point, I think, and then I was like, you know, I just gotta bring it all down. But you know, NANI?
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I'm not showing you the back. The back will have all of my crimes, but will be nice once my scalp gets. So I have been unemployed largely for the better part of like 2 or 3 years now. Yeah, I've been lucky. I've had the random job pop up here and there. I did a seasonal job for a bit, but in general, I was taking, I don't know, after like, I had a guy. By the way, just because this creates the image of me having a healthy lifestyle, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't know. As I record this, I kind of want to be transparent about it because for the last few years, I've struggled with some stuff. I've experienced some stuff that was less than great too, and yeah, I don't know. Spend the last few years in a I don't know, a lot of, because I don't even just call it depression. Like, I don't know, I'm still working out how to approach making content again, which is why I'm recording this video and hoping that there's something for me to edit there, because I need to just take a plunge again. And so I don't know, I'm hoping I upload this and then, I don't know, maybe read some comments or something like that. And maybe it'll help encourage me and keep me going, because there's so many things that, like, so many ideas I would like to do, but like in this whole fantasy, it requires me basically being a full-time YouTuber, which I'm down for the challenge again, but I don't want to do it alone. And technically, I didn't do it alone in the past. By the way, this is just like a very light way to exercise. So I wasn't even planning to this morning, but I don't know. Yeah. All right, so basically what I'm doing right now, so I apologize for the out of breath, is I'm just walking the steps for 10 minutes. Back when my arm was broken, you can't see, but anyone who doesn't know, this left arm got snapped in half in 2019. Yeah, this is the only exercise I was allowed to do, where one, steps is crazy good. Less damage on your body apparently, compared to actual long distance running. So I would do like HIIT training up and down, but as you can see from even the out of breathness, like just walking is enough to get your heart going a little bit. So if you've been completely sedentary the way I have, then this is good bare minimum effort just to start out, just because, like I said, like my mental headspace, it's not in the best place. It's better than it's been for a number of years, but ironically I'm in a really bad financial place, which I'm trying to figure out. Like, it's a whole long story that I don't exactly know how much of it I want to share online, which, you know, that's something actually we could talk about. It's like the landscape of YouTube, because from my perspective, it's interesting because back when I was active, back when you guys saw me, obviously my generation was the type, like back then we were like, okay, we have to daily upload, we have to do all this other stuff, like, and I'm curious how much of that has changed, because I did see, one, I saw that recently YouTube is starting to implement a thing where they're actually promoting smaller channels again, which that feels in theory amazing. But yeah, I don't know, like there's all kinds of insecurities and thoughts that come up every time I start thinking about uploading. Like it's like I have these ideas that I want to do, but I can't do them without money and time. Two things that I don't have, at least until my needs are met. But between finding a job, which I'm a college graduate, by the way, between finding a job that'll actually let you stay, finding a job that you can't even afford because my place got bought out, and so got bought out a few years ago, and so now every year my rent increases to the max of it. So it's like I'm unemployed. The film industry has pretty much left California and is leaving America, period. So that work is tighter, and I'm also not in, or like I need to take a. So when I vanished, I went and I started. All right, so when I vanished, I went back to the industry. I went back to television film, and it wasn't like I thought television film was better. It was just I burned myself out on YouTube from the way that I was uploading, from the fact that I lost track of why I was doing it. Not only just that, but I wore too many hats. Like that's something that I applaud when I see like the current generation of kids. Like they have figured it out to the point where they're able to take vacations, and community is supportive of it. Not to say that communities wouldn't have been supportive back when I was uploading regularly, because it definitely would have been, but I don't know if there's as many structures in place. But dude, there's so many things I want to make, but every single time I try to get started, just like depression just hits me in the gut. And also a lot of the projects I want to do require me to bring on other people, which, to be honest, when you're battling depression, you're unorganized, all this other stuff, like your needs aren't met, literally you got 2 weeks before rent is due and you don't have any money coming in, and you got to figure out how to get basically $2,000 within that time. And also do, like, you know, making the hard choices that, honestly, I don't even want to just call them hard, because like when you're now that I'm going through stuff, like that's something now that I have been experiencing more and more stuff too. There's so much wording that makes it easy to state certain things, but there's so many things that I feel like what it actually feels like you don't understand unless you're going through it. And the more crap I've been going through over the years, the more I think I kind of been understanding that. See, walking up for just 10 minutes works. I'm only, there you go, 7.5 minutes, so 2.5 minutes left. But yeah, I'm hoping that by just uploading this video, even what it is, I'm sorry if it's not something, if you guys are disappointed seeing this, if you're like, there's nothing substance here. That's part of the reason why I haven't, I don't know, like, yeah, because I feel like I need to put out something of substance. But again, like, every time I get myself hyped up and all this other stuff, just depression hits like such a solid wave. Because also too, I didn't know how much of this I wanted to present, but, or I know I wanted to present it, but I didn't want my channel to just become a, you know, a sad place. Because I feel like if I did a update, there's a lot of sad stuff in the updates of what I've been gone. There's been a lot of great stuff too, and I want to share the great stuff because there's so much stuff that makes life hard right now. But at the same time, one of the things that I've said multiple times as I've kind of gone through a bunch of this stuff is I wish that people around me, people I knew, were sharing when they were going through the exact same stuff that I was. Because even though, you know, it makes logical sense, it's different when, like, you know, you're struggling and then someone that you think has worked out, they're like, oh yeah, here you go. Like, I remember when I struggled in the same way. And it's just kind of gratifying. It's just kind of gratifying knowing that it's not just you doing something wrong. That this is ebb and flow of life, and you just didn't know that this is something everybody else goes through. And it still sucks, but at least at least it's something that's meant to suck. It's something that kind of pops up, and I don't know, suffering together is better than suffering alone. Or having just someone who understands and empathizes with what you're going through and understands it and has gone to the other side of it. Because admittedly, some of the stuff that I've gone through over the years, or one thing in particular, I didn't know if I'd have any tomorrows afterwards. And it took a long time for me to see it tomorrow afterwards. So that's why I'm so grateful to where it's like, I've been telling people where I'm like, the funny thing is, I'm in arguably one of the worst financial situations I've been in. And yet, despite that, my mental health is the best that's been in probably the last 5 or 6 years. So not to say a ton, but you're seeing a video of me, and that kind of says a lot. Also, my 10 minutes just ran out. See? 10 minutes of walking. Enough to get the heart going a little bit. So while it's not the most intense workout, it was still enough for something. And yeah, I don't know, I just follow the oh my god, wait. Also, I apologize for anyone who might be motion sick. But on the bright side, time is up, so time to go home. But yeah, I don't know, I think I'll compartmentalize it here, because if I try to record a bunch more throughout the day, I might not edit. It's already gonna be hard enough for me to edit this. But if you're here, please just, I don't know, type anything in the comment section, something for me to engage in, because like, I miss the community here, and I think I can't do it alone. So like, if you are here, even if you're not planning to watch, like, just say hi, because I don't know, I know I could use it right now, to be honest. Also, yeah, that's another thing too, is like, I don't want to misery farm. So that's another thing that's been holding me back, because it's like, again, there's been times where like I'll get hyped up, and like for a while, even just me starting to pull out the camera, I felt this performative like fakeness come out. Even right now, there's like, I'm not letting myself crash out as much as I do with my therapist, which, you know, makes sense. You like crash out with the therapist, but honestly, I think it'd be fun to bring the channel in the crash out direction, as well, but you know, like in more of like a chaotic way. But first things first, I need to figure out my needs and get my and pay my rent this month. So I got 2 weeks to make, 2 weeks to make $2,000. And I've had no income for the last number of months. There's some things that I've thought about that could make income in terms of like online shops. I do a lot of 3D printing stuff. Like, as in, like, I actually personally model because I'm really into 3D printing. That's something I want to share. And I've been 3D printing for a while. Actually, you guys have seen my, like, the fact that I started with prop work and all this stuff. So if you guys, I don't know, if anyone who hasn't seen my Instagram, because Instagram I've kind of been active throughout these years. Not actually to make Instagram work as Instagram, but just casually posting, which is partially what's helping me get to this point. But okay, I gotta stop this, because otherwise I'm gonna keep recording. I don't have enough storage in my phone anyway. But good morning. I hope you all are doing good. And hi. It's a kitty. Hola, kitty. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? All right, you have a good day, Mr. Cat. Kitty. Oh wait, you're a stray, huh? Oh no, you have a collar. Is that a cam? Hi, kitty. Oh, you are a thick, solid boy, huh?